Hi guys. So we're currently in between the eclipses. We had a solar eclipse in Cancer at around 10 degrees, I believe, and the lunar eclipse is in Capricorn coming up on the 16th, and it is going to be on 24 degrees Capricorn, which is exactly my natal sun sign. I really look forward to that, and I am being affected heavily by the eclipse. I'm moving off of the out of the motel on the beach that I've been living in, and I'm going to be moving into an actual apartment, which I haven't done for about a year and a half, so that's very exciting for me. A lot of people are actually hurting and need a lot of healing, including myself, with these upcoming eclipses, and we are going through it. So many people I know personally. But besides all of that, I wanted to talk about two things. The show Lucifer on Netflix, and well, let me get into that. So Lucifer on Netflix. This show is heavily laden with esoteric symbolism, signs, astrology, mythology, duality, self-actualization concepts. They have relationship with the divine, angels, demons. The humans in the show, they all struggle with this sine wave of earthly existence. There's angels, demons, mythological, biblical characters. They're all encased in human flesh, and everybody has their own personal issues, and you can see the archetypes bleed over. And it really is, it's a fun-loving show. It really is. After I watched the first season, just to check it out, it's really well put together. But I suggest people do watch this show for what I just said. Okay, now, to get a little bit deeper, the main character, his name is Lucifer Morningstar. Okay, his brother is named the Menadiel. Main character's white, his brother's black. Automatically, they're showing you the dualism. Now, they represent Mercuries, okay? They represent Mercury, okay? Because Mercury and Venus, okay? Because you see my birth chart, I have Mercury and Venus, Promethean Mercury, and Morning Star Mercury. Because, don't forget, the firmament spins this way. Okay, so I was born a Libra ascendant, 3 degrees. A couple hours later, Scorpio would be in the sky. That means Mars and Pluto would be on the ascendant. So basically what I'm trying to say is that Venus and Mercury rose upon the ascendant before the sun. Okay, so my Mercury and Venus rise before my sun, and that means they also set before the sun in my chart. So I'm a Promethean Mercury and a Morning Star Mercury. Many people are epiphanies Mercuries or evening star Venuses. Okay, evening star Venus or morning star Venus. Okay, and the Promethean Mercury is what I have. Some people have them retrogressing or behind the sun, which is actually in the next zodiac sign over. But anyway, so the concept that these two Mercuries and Venuses, Mercurian and Venusian energy, what they bring, the concept that they bring is Lucifer Morning Star represents the Promethean and the Morning Star, Venus and Mercury. His brother, Amenadiel. Now his brother, Amenadiel, represents the epiphanian Mercury and the evening star Venus. Now, anyone who has this in their chart, you can check right now. And I'll tell you, if you have the Promethean Mercury and the morning star Venus, you're going to be a little bit more intense, tending to be more inspired, inspiring people with future-oriented, far-seeing visions, a little bit more intense. My energy is very intense, nervous energy, fast-thinking energy, as opposed to the epiphanian evening star Venus, which is more contemplative, deep introspection, meditative, more calm, a little bit slower, and neither one is good or bad, it just is. very unique. It brings the uniqueness out. And there's been geniuses on all levels, philosophers on all levels of the Promethean direct, Promethean retrogress, Epimethean direct, evening star retrogress, morning star direct, whatever. They've been all over. Now, in the show Lucifer Morning Star is all about partying and intense behaviors. He's in tune with his vices, but he's struggling with the concept of free will and his father and mother. His mother, by the way, I'm not going to really give any spoilers away, but she's like the Gaia, the Sophia archetype, and I don't want to give too much away, but the symbolism is amazing. You have to watch the show. Season 5 is the up and coming season, and it's gonna end. Also, you know what I want to talk about? Last night, UFC. Now, I've been having so many synchronicities with so many things. Last night, when I watched the UFC 239, I realized a couple things. All right, let me get into them. The main event was John Jones versus Thiago Santos. And I know that Ja and Santos Bonacci, we're kind of going back and forth in the truth community, and there's been like personal drama and things said about each other, and the guys are actually, they're mending what has been done, and they're healing, both of them, and they're letting it out. It's just funny that John Jones, which they kept saying the whole night, John against Santos. Well, get this. Both of their left knees went out in the fight. Now, we have intense energy in Capricorn. Capricorn represents the knees, right? Capricorn represents the knees. Both of their left knees happened to go out. The fight stood the whole time on their feet. Never went to the ground once. Meaning the solstices, Cancer and Capricorn, where we have the Rahu and Ketu. Intense solstice energies that we have. So the fight stayed on their feet, representing the solstices. Now, John Jones won. It was a split decision down the middle. It could have went either way. Many people were like, no, he shouldn't have won, whatever. But he wore his lion-hearted shirt. And there was a main fight. So going from the left knee of Capricorn, which represents the old way of thinking, the old systematic. Now the right knee, okay? There was a guy named Masvidal and Ben Askren. They fought last night. It was the fastest fight in history. It was 2 seconds. Okay? Masvidal means more life, was injected last night into the etheric consciousness of everybody. Masvidal injected the quickest fight ever, okay? With the knee, he won with the right knee, a flying knee to Ben Askren's face, immediately knocked him out, gave him a few shots, okay? His quickest fight in history. He won with the kneecap. He did the little cross, like the cross crucifixion when he won. Like, it's over, I got you, hung on the cross. A few things I wanted to say about that also. Oh yeah, Luke Rockhold, like Saturn, broke his jaw. And then he was told, just retire, bro. You're a model. You don't got to be fighting anymore. Retire. All right? Saturn needs to retire. Rockhold got his jaw broken. He needs to retire. Okay? Now, Masvidal, Mars, Mercury, and Leo injected super fast fight. The fastest fight in history. 2 seconds. Now, yes, the fight ended at 5 seconds. Okay? However, but it could have ended at 2 seconds because the guy was already knocked out at 2 seconds. 5 seconds it ended because the referee actually came into the fight to break it up. Oh yeah, and by the way, when they said tonight's fight clock brought to you by Modelo to start the fight, right? The guy just said tonight's tonight's fight clock, boom, fight was over. He didn't get to finish, brought to you by Modelo. Ben Askren got clocked. Ben Askren got clocked at clock. Clock is Saturn, okay? Saturn is currently in Capricorn next to Pluto and Ketu, with the eclipse affecting all these planets in a couple days. This is intense energy. The solstice is communicating with us, through us. Now, I've been having so many syncretic messages come through me. Just the other day I was talking to a friend of mine. We were in a bookstore and I said the word pioneer. As my middle finger kind of landed on a book, on the side, the binding, it said pioneer. So every day I get these intense, like exact syncretic moments. I'll hear something in my headphones the same time I see the word. But this used to happen sporadically. Now it happens like 5-6 times a day, every day. And I definitely feel the energy with this right here. Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury at the base angle of my subconscious. And again, this lunar eclipse will be at 24 degrees Capricorn. That is exactly where I have my sun sign. All right? Uranus is currently in my 8th house. All right? And yeah, the 4th house represents new home. That's where I'm be getting a new apartment very soon, next month, in the middle of August. Things are looking good. I got a lot of planets coming into the 11th house now that we're in Leo season. So, oh yeah, and John Jones wore the Leo. Anyway, yeah, that little, John Jones, and they kept saying John. It sounded like Ja versus Santos, and they called Thiago Santos. Ja Santos. They kept going back the whole night. I'm like, Ja and Santos, they're fighting. It's just like, I'm kind of reading through the veil, and I don't know how to explain it. A lot of you guys want me to make more videos. I get requests all the time. Emails, Messenger, Facebook, text messaging me. Make more videos. Talking about whatever, the inertial plane within the chromosomes. Or whatever, but again, my sun is in house 4. I really have to feel, because house 4 is the house of Cancer, and it's Capricorn too, so I really have to feel the vitality to put it out there into the world. This is the subconscious. This is the objective social world. This is dealing with other people, others. This is more self-tuned energy, dealing with the self. This is dealing with relationships and how you see yourself through other people, how you want to impress other people, your energy that you give to other people. Again, neither one is right or wrong. It just is.